Hello, how's it going, everybody? Alien, the TV series. We did a whole video talking about the upcoming Alien movie, sort of dubbed Alien Romulus. And we touched on the fact that there's an Alien TV series in the works, but we didn't get too deep into that. So that's what we're going to do today. Some good news to start off with. It looks like, with all these actors and writer strikes going on, a lot of these movie and TV show productions are being halted. But there are actors cast in the Alien TV series that are not part of the SAG. What does that stand for? The Screen Actors Guild, right? So it looks like, according to this article, production is still moving forward on this show. So that's really cool. But this is the article I really do want to get into a whole lot more. It comes directly from Noah Hawley, who's developing the series for FX. And he's the showrunner for Fargo. I have never watched Fargo, but I heard it's a good show. What will the Alien series be about? Hawley's Alien will blast out of the airlock with one huge departure from what fans of the franchise know and love. That doesn't sound good. Immediately. The story will be set on Earth. Okay, that actually does sound kind of good. That sounds interesting because that's interesting. That's something that I am actually a bit curious about. The alien stories are always trapped, Hawley told Vanity Fair. Trapped in a prison, trapped in a spaceship. Okay, see this trapped feeling? I think we're going to get that in the movie, with Fede Alvarez directing that movie, and he directed Don't Breathe and Don't Breathe 2. That feeling of being trapped within that house was definitely there. So I think that's the direction we're going to go with the movie. But it looks like with the TV show, we're not going to get that. And to be fair, that does make sense because a TV show is a much longer format, right? You're going to be having multiple episodes, multiple seasons if the show does well. So that you can't sustain that sense of being trapped. They might do that for a few episodes, but throughout the entire series, I don't see that happening. So you need a broader scope needs to be put forth. So I thought it would be interesting to open it up a little bit so that the stakes of what happens if you can't contain it are more immediate. Okay. I'm curious about what this is going to be about. With an Earth setting comes Earth problems, namely income inequality. I see a lot of sci-fi deals with this income inequality. So as long as it doesn't get too... I'm fine with politics. I'm fine with politics within the world that they create. But I don't want to see modern day politics, real world politics, especially some identity politics, and some I don't want the showrunners, the directors, the writers, their opinions and their message from a modern day politics in this show. I don't want that. Politics is completely fine. Like, look at Star Wars. But that's my only issue. So, discussing his inspiration for where to take the franchise, Hawley points to the series' long engagement with working class characters, from interstellar merchants to Marines on assignment. On some level, it is also a story about inequality. On some level, okay, that's fine. And even if that's at the forefront, if it's done right, that's fine. Hawley said in that same conversation, one of the things that I love about the first movie is how 70s a movie it is, and how it's really about blue-collared space trucker world, in which Yaphet Kotto and Harry Dean Stanton are basically waiting for Godot. So I'm going to be honest, I don't know who these people are. Are they the writers? Are they the ones who wrote the original Alien? I don't know. And waiting for Godot, I don't know what that is. So if you guys can fill me in, please do. But I do agree that blue-collar worker, that space trucker vibe was definitely an Alien. So he's in the right direction here. They're like Samuel Beckett characters ordered to go to a place by a faceless, nameless corporation. The second movie is such an 80s movie, and but it's still about grunts. I personally am more of an Alien fan than an Aliens fan. But let me know down in the comment section. What do you guys like more, Alien or Aliens? I still do like Aliens, but I'm more of an Alien fan. In later installments of the Alien franchise, that faceless, nameless corporation was sketched in as the Weyland-Yutani Corporation, a big, bad, mega-corporate profiteer whose activities include deep space transport, planetary colonization, and terraforming. Landgraf confirms that the series will focus on a new corporate baddie. So it's not going to focus on Weyland-Yutani Corporation. Interesting. It's going to we're going to have a new corporate baddie. Weyland-Yutani has been an important component of the movies. There are references to that corporation in the show. Okay, so we're not going to completely go away from Weyland-Yutani. It's still going to be a part, but the main corporate baddie is going to be something different. I'm assuming they're doing that because with the new corporation, they can flesh it out in a way that they want to, move it in a direction that they want to, have a bit more control over the length of the TV show. But it actually takes place in the territory of a different corporation that Noah invented. Okay, so did Weyland-Yutani not have much holding on what took place on Earth? I don't remember from the movies. Again, let me know down in the comment section. I probably have to go back and watch the original Alien movies. So, but don't expect any familiar framing here. Hawley plans to widen the lens from the franchise's usual grunts, with an added emphasis on the corporate raiders dispatching them into deep space. Okay, so it really does look like we're going to be getting a closer look into this corporate space, the whole corporation. In my show, you're also going to see the people who are sending them, the grunts, Hawley said. So we're not just focusing on the mission, but we're going to be seeing all the behind the scenes as well. And you need that wider scope with the TV show. So that's cool. That's cool. So you will see what happens when the inequality we're struggling with now isn't resolved. If we as a society can't figure out how to prop each other up and spread the wealth, then what's going to happen to us? All right, so I don't want some communism type of stuff in the show. Hopefully we don't get any socialist messaging in the show and whatnot. We'll see. We'll see. So in an exclusive interview with Esquire, Hawley discussed the sea of competition his big baddies will face in the new series. It's set on Earth of the future. At this moment, I describe that as Edison versus Westinghouse versus Tesla. Someone's going to monopolize electricity. We just don't know which one it is. In the movies, we have this Weyland-Yutani Corporation, which is clearly also developing artificial intelligence. But what if there are other companies trying to look at immortality in a different way, with cyborg enhancements or transhuman downloads? Which of those technologies is going to win? So he's really trying to build upon the world, trying to expand the world. It is ultimately, and a TV show is a good space to do that. It's ultimately a classic science fiction question. Does humanity deserve to survive? As Sigourney Weaver said in that second movie, I don't know which species is worse. At least they don't each other over a percentage. Speaking of Sigourney Weaver, don't expect to see Ellen Ripley here. Hawley is quick to point out that he's not planning to send the franchise's greatest character through the xenomorph ringer again. It's not a Ripley story, Hawley said. She's one of the greatest characters of all time, and I think that the story has been told pretty perfectly, and I don't want to mess with it. That's good. Show respect to the original work. I like that he's trying to step away because he doesn't want to mess with it, he doesn't want to touch it. So I like that he has respect for it, and he doesn't want to put his twist on that story. But this could also mean that he's moving away in order to put his twist on the Alien franchise as a whole. But hearing this, with his mindset is he doesn't want to mess with that Ellen Ripley story. Does he think that he can mess with another aspect of the Alien universe? I personally don't really think so. It looks like because he respects the Ripley story, he would have to have respected the Alien story as a whole. So I hope he doesn't go out of his way to change the fundamental tone of the Alien franchise. FX John Landgraf confirms that it's not just Ripley getting a well-deserved vacation, it's her entire crew. He offered these key details about the series' set and setting. Alien takes place before Ripley. Okay, so it's a prequel series. It's a prequel series that takes place on Earth. It's the first story in the Alien franchise that takes place on Earth. And here I thought Alien Covenant was going to be the last prequel story we got, but it looks like we're getting a whole TV series about it. It takes place on our planet near the end of this century we're currently in. In 70-odd years from now. Okay. All I can tell you is Ripley won't be a part of it, and neither will any of the other characters other than the alien itself. Noah has an incredible ability to both find a way of being faithful, I like to hear that, and showing fidelity to an original creation. I like to hear that as well. Like to the Coen brothers with Fargo, or to Ridley Scott's movie with James Cameron's follow-up Aliens. Okay. This is sort of seeming promising. The only issue, and I don't even know if it's going to be an issue, is his economic ideology. I don't know how much of that is going to be put into the TV show. I don't even know what it is, to be honest. It's just a vague worry. We'll see. But also to bring something new that represents both an extension and reinvention of a franchise at the same time. I guess I'm just being overly cautious because we've seen all of our beloved franchises being destroyed with modern day politics. So I'm just worried about it. We'll see. So he's done a masterful job with Alien as he did with Fargo. There are some big surprises in store for the audience. Hopefully good surprises. Longtime Alien fans may be nervous about the series mixing up parts of the familiar formula. And they may be scarred from divisive prequels like Prometheus and Covenant. I personally really enjoyed Prometheus and Covenant. But I understand that a lot of people didn't like it, but I really liked it. And I honestly wish we got a sequel to Covenant. Alien Covenant is up there with Alien for me. At least that's how I remember it after watching the movie once. But Landgraf encourages viewers to be patient. I hope they will feel like it's faithful to the franchise. See, I'm really happy that they're focusing on that it's faithful, and the tones of respect to the original story is there in this article. So I'm hoping this is going to be good. I hope they will feel like it's faithful to the franchise they love, but also a brave and original reinvention of that franchise. I don't need a brave and original reinvention. You can expand upon it. I don't know if this is the best words used that are being used here. The way Noah spoke about it was more in the lines of he's expanding upon what is there. Again, we'll see when more information comes out. He also promised that the series will return not just to the roots of Alien, but its sequel, Aliens. I can definitely see it being going back to Aliens, right? Because this is a TV show, we want that bit of a larger scale, and I can see that much more easily being done with Aliens versus Alien. As Noah had said, we're not going to have much of that trapped nature, that tense, trapped feeling in the TV show. It's harder to do in a long format, like I said. But with smaller episodes or multiple episodes, you can do that. So if we're going back to the root of Alien also, I'll be very happy because, like I said, I'm more of an Alien fan than an Aliens fan. I like Aliens, but Alien for me. I remember watching both of them in the theater and how shockingly original and surprising each of them was in its own way. Landgraf said, and so similar to his approach to Fargo, Noah decided to not take Ripley or any main character from Alien, except perhaps the xenomorph itself, but go back and figure out what made the franchise so great and so durable in the first place, and see if he could find an experience that felt like walking into a theater and seeing one of those first two movies where you get caught off guard. I hope it's a caught off guard in a good way, not a Last Jedi type of way. But yeah, I 100% agree. You don't need Ripley. You don't need the original cast. The Alien franchise, the Alien itself, that whole world, that whole mythos is enough, for me at least. I don't need Ripley. I don't need any of the cast, any of the characters. So who's attached to the Alien series? Casting news has yet to be announced. Hawley, however, is attached as showrunner, which bodes well for the future of the series. The series will also keep it in the family with Alien creator Ridley Scott signed on as producer. That's good news. How much creative say does he have? I don't know. Because you don't know with with producer. It's too soon to say when we can expect to see the xenomorph lunge onto our screens, but the wheel of progress are turning, and we saw that it's not facing the halts like other productions are. So hopefully the wheels are going to continue to turn. I didn't notice this at first, but it looks like Sydney Chandler will be playing the lead role. All right, this is the cast right here. I didn't even know this information was out. This cast already looks way better than the movie cast, in my opinion. Ooh, I just saw this article on independent.co.uk. The franchise is now being rebooted as a TV series by Noah Hawley, and Ridley Scott had something to say. Wherever they go, whatever they do, it'll never be as good as the first one. He grins. That's what I'll say. Yo! So even though Ridley Scott is producing it, again, like I said, how much creative say? You know, it's hard to tell with the producer title. And honestly, I'd agree. I don't think it's going to be as good as the first one. Who knows? It might be. I mean, there's a possibility. But if I were to say right now, if I think it's going to be as good as the original Alien, I'd say no. But that's funny that Ridley Scott himself said that. But let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Are you guys excited about this upcoming Alien TV series? I'm excited. I really enjoy the world of the Alien franchise. So to expand upon that, to dive more into that, and to just broaden the scope of what we've seen in the movies in a respectful way, I think that would be absolutely awesome. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Are you guys looking forward to this TV series or not? Do you share some of the same worries as me? Let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Goodbye.